standards and monetization. I think every platform wants its customers and its developers to be logged in to the platform. And the question is, because, for example, like Rafi said, WordPress made the same API actually that allowed this application to be switched to another platform. So what should be this degree of openness that would allow you to monetize your platform successfully?
I think it depends if you're building a platform or not. So for Yahoo, our unique selling point is the fact that we have over 600 million users, right? For us, sure there are other platforms that have lots of users, but in terms of kind of, do you want to get access to lots of users? It kind of sells itself, right? It's not. It's not like we have to try to log people in. So from our point of view, using standards like OAuth and OpenID, what we're actually trying to do is we're trying to be part of an internet ecosystem, and by making it easy for people to integrate with our platform by using an open standard, it means that we get wider distribution. So if you actually look at a lot of popular commenting systems now, so a lot of the third-party commenting systems that get sold to companies like the New York Times as a solution include logins from Yahoo and Google and Facebook and Twitter and a bunch of other people. And there have been stats that have been flowing off those, and there have been a number of studies that show in specific demographics where Yahoo has a really strong user base, we dominate login. And in other places, where other companies like Facebook and Google have strong presences, they dominate login. So for us, it's good that we're supporting an open standard because it means that we get wide distribution, and it's the strength of our company that backs up the strength of the platform. Does that sort of make sense?
But do you want that for a developer,
sure,
there are some switching costs to move from your platform? Do you want do you plan this system in this way?
I think it was Tim Bray that said it when he was at Sun years ago. If you're as a company, if you're a jerk and you make it hard for people to leave, then they'll never come back. If you make it easy for them to leave and go out in the world and realize that actually you offer real value, they'll come straight back because it's easy.
I agree. With payments, as I said before, there's not much open standards done in the payment space, but there is value. You want to make the interface level as consistent as possible, as easy as possible. The bar is low, which means it's going to widen the funnel so the more people come in and use it. But at the same time, the other thing to keep in mind is how useful it is for the end user. Facebook Connect doesn't use any standards. I'm sure they're working on some standards now, but still a lot of people use it. But that doesn't mean that someone is monetizing on them. Maybe they are, we don't know. But what it really comes down to is what value is really being provided to the end user, and if the end user is really sold and establishes that stickiness with them, then you can monetize in a variety of ways. You don't want to tie up with open source, open standard with monetization. They both are tangents.
I have a question for Praveen and for Rafi. Rafi said in the beginning about how the developer has to take responsibility for their app when they build on a platform and build redundancy. So if a platform goes down, then they are also running on platform B. Now to Praveen's point, I'm just wondering, is it really practical, and do you have advice for developers to really be loyal to one platform, or try their best not to be loyal to one platform and make the platform stay combined?
It's really two different things. Rafi, if you don't mind jumping in. If I'm not wrong, the way Rafi was making the point before was more in terms of cloud platforms, where you don't want to stick everything into Amazon EC2 and just put all your bets on it. You want to make sure your application can work on any other systems out there. But when it comes down to the user data, you don't have that much flexibility. User data is still logged in with the service provider. It really applies to the level, to the tier that you're really addressing to. So,
I think from my point, the general point I was trying to make is understand your risks. Like, it may not be feasible to use more than one platform, but like I was saying before, you need to plan for the fact that the platform probably doesn't have 100.0% availability. And you need to plan for what is your contingency plan when that platform goes down. One possible contingency plan is to use more than one platform. That'll help diversify, spread your risks, et cetera. Another possible plan is to grade your service so that you're doing something slightly different when you can't talk to that platform provider. You just need to understand your risk and plan for it.
I mean, a good example is if YQL is unavailable, there's no reason why you can't cache the data and serve from that rather than saying YQL is down, so I can't really do it.
It's a degraded experience rather
Degraded
than
experience, but at least there's something.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, from my perspective, I think some of the stuff about kind of if you're using, so you know, for example, you want to access, you know, Yahoo's audience, which is great, but why don't you want to also access Facebook's audience or Google's audience, or, you know, I don't think that particularly when you're accessing an audience, there's going to be some overlap, you know, and people may, you know, I mean, I'm on Yahoo, I'm on Facebook, and Google, and, you know, basically everything. But in general, I think everyday consumers tend to, end users pick, you know, a platform of preference for them. And there's going to be a certain amount of overlap, but, you know, why would you not want to increase your distribution? You know, why would, you know, so in the payment space, without wanting to sort of particularly pick on you, but, you know, one of the reasons I use PayPal is because it's really convenient for me. And I have a PayPal account in the UK, that I have linked to my UK bank account. I have one in the US that I have linked to my US bank account, but I also have Google Checkout, you know, and I recently signed up for Amazon Payments and haven't used it. But, you know, so as a developer, if one of the selling points of payment platforms is that it's easy for users to log in and it's convenient, and the payment platforms have their details on file, why wouldn't you integrate with them? I mean, you know, I mean, again, for me, it's kind of everybody in Europe uses PayPal. I mean, it's ridiculously dominant in Europe. So I can't understand why, you know, if you're selling goods that go to Europe, why wouldn't you just offer that as well as, even if you have some other merchant account, why not just offer it as well, and increasing conversion rates?
I mean, if you go to buy.com today, you see like 5 buttons, right? PayPal, pay with Bill Me Later, pay with Amazon, pay with Authorize.net or whatever. So there's always alternate options.
Great. Any other questions?